Alright guys, so as most of you probably already know, for the longest time, Kanye West was carrying the Adidas brand, responsible for a majority of the funds that came towards collaborations in the name of Adidas, and overall Yeezys were just what everyone wanted in terms of what was trending for Adidas. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and that whole relationship is over. So now Adidas needs someone to pick up the slack for what Kanye could do, and there were talks that Jerry Lorenzo would be the one to do it, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what you think of Jerry Lorenzo, there has been almost no talks coming out of that camp. So the only thing we really have is Bad Bunny, the Spanish singer and songwriter that has absolutely exploded in popularity as of late. I don't think I've ever listened to any of his music, but apparently it's very trendy at the moment, and it makes sense why the Bad Bunny shoes would do well. The name of the game with these particular shoes is usually simplicity and overall a flair for not vibrant colors or more muted colors rather, and also the packaging is usually absolutely on fleek. So before we jump into the shoe itself, we're going to go over the box and overall talk about the details, what I think of them, etc. So the box of this shoe does have the Adidas 3 stripes on the front, along with the usual Bad Bunny emblem, which is the eye, usually meant to ward off evil spirits. For whatever reason, a lot of companies have been jumping into this concept full force, like the last Nike Dunks that we reviewed in the last video, the Set Saboons. Those were also based on warding off evil spirits, so I find that interesting. I wonder why that's such a big concept right now, but I do know that Bad Bunny has been doing that for a while. On the size tag right here, you can see Bad Bunny Campus size 9, along with the Adidas and Bad Bunny emblems right there. And what I will say is that the Bad Bunny Campus is not the first Bad Bunny to drop. The other one was the Continental, I believe. I did do a review of those in the past, and those were a little bit more wearable than these. These are more of a interesting color. They are the Bad Bunny Campus Light Wild Moss colorway, which is a really interesting name, and it will be an interesting color as you guys are going to see in a minute. But I think that they are both pretty cool, and they are basically the two main models that Bad Bunny has going for them right now. On this side, you just have Bad Bunny. Same goes for the other side, and that is about it for the box itself. But there is some other details that are within the packaging that are very premium. So the shoes themselves come in this tote bag, which doesn't really have anything on it besides the Bad Bunny Adidas logo. But I do find that to be a pretty sweet element, and makes them have a more premium look and feel to them. And then the other thing that comes in the box is this little plastic bag, which can be used to store the shoes maybe, or just as wrapping paper for if you want to pack these up and send them out. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump into the shoe itself, because that is obviously the main attraction. So here is the Bad Bunny Campus Light Wild Moss. As you can tell right off the bat, there is a pretty big but somewhat hidden Adidas branding, which one might miss when they first glance at the shoe. And these don't really look like a typical Adidas as far as the colorway goes. It's a very natural hue, which Adidas doesn't always do. I feel like a lot of the times they do a white shoe. But yeah, that is the side profile of the shoe. The first thing that sticks out to me is this huge midsole, which does take up like about half of the shoe itself. Very interesting, and I think that is a pretty cool touch, because it contrasts really nicely with the Wild Moss upper, which, speaking of that Wild Moss upper, it definitely looks like Wild Moss. I have to give it to them. They really did make it look like the moss that grows on trees, and they have a very natural vibe to them. On the back here, you got a very padded heel, which does protrude slightly out of the shoe, and I would imagine the heel is very well cushioned if you were to actually wear these. Another thing that sticks out to me right away is this double tongue scenario that we have going on with the shoe. As you can see, the first tongue has the evil eye on it, but then the other tongue does peek through and it has the Adidas logo right there. So that is like Adidas Bad Bunny on the tongue right there. And then on the insole you also got Adidas and Bad Bunny. As far as the laces go on the shoe, these have a white rope style lace, which I'm usually a big fan of, and it definitely matches the shoe well. As you can tell, there are different hues going on. I believe there's only two, a darker green on the very back heel, and then along the like midsole area, or upper I guess you can say, it is that desert moss or wild moss or whatever you really want to call it. On the medial side, you pretty much got an identical deal to the lateral side, same color scheme and everything. Let's jump over to the other shoe. Even though there is not very much different about this one either, same exact color scheme, and on the other side you got the tag right there, which does read like a regular Adidas tag would. Same double tongue, same insole and everything. As far as the quality on the shoe goes, this material is not exactly the most pleasing to the eye in my opinion, just because of how rugged it looks, but it definitely is soft. It feels like almost a rug maybe, or like actual moss. I think they really nailed the theme of the shoe, and I am definitely a fan of what they did with this material, just because it does actually feel true to the theme, which is always a sick touch. But as far as sizing goes, these are a size 9, but I'm pretty sure I could jam my foot into these. I'm not gonna try, but I have heard many people report that these should be gone down a size in, or down a half size at the very least. So I would definitely do that personally, because they do seem long, especially in the toe box. The toe box doesn't really slant in at all. It's a very wide toe box, so you should be able to go down half a size without much of a problem. And then as far as pricing goes with this shoe, there is actually a little bit of resale, but nothing crazy. If you guys want them, I wouldn't really rush to get them, because there will be other Bad Bunny collabs, likely in the Campus Light and in other shoes, so there's really no rush to get the exact one that you want, unless you really want them, in which case pick them up. But I doubt that they will go up in resale that much, if at all, ever, unless something crazy happens to Bad Bunny, God forbid. The outsole, I just realized we forgot to mention, and this kind of looks like a Nike Blazer low right here in terms of the outsole, just a regular white on white, which will get dirty quickly. But that's okay, because I think this shoe will look pretty good when it's all worn out, because of that desert moss theme. And yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it for the overview of the shoe. I think that we got through a lot of topics with this one. I definitely like the shoe. I wouldn't wear it personally, but I do appreciate the theme that they have going on with it, and I think it's a welcome addition to the Bad Bunny lineup. So with that being said, hope you guys are enjoying the content, because I'm trying to stay as consistent as humanly possible. Take care, and I'll see you all later. Peace.